I've got the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator! Arcadia is saved! Maybe! Jury's still out! That device is questionable at best!
I'm open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archive?
Clearly they've added more automechs and turrets. I believe they have more soldiers. Apparently they know how to use the archive better than we did.
Poppycock. It can't be that much more fortified than when we were running the place, can it?
Trust me, it is.
The scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night. They give me the creeps.
I would rather have them scavenging than attacking us. So long as they stay over there, I say it's live and let me continue to draw a paycheck.
True, but that wreckage isn't going to hold their interest forever. Eventually,
Welcome to Auntie's
they're going
Choice.
to come over here
We
and
look
see what
forward
we
to
have.
your inevitable acquisition.
Rival. Eliminate.
Hey, not our scraps.
Take
Go
their
away.
place.
It's our scraps now. He finds it, we keeps it. You go away.
You dumb or dumb? Lots of scraps near here. Go get your own. Try to take our scraps, we fight.
God. We want fights, much as scraps. Crew, go! Fight! Attack!
Go to the ground and such.
Trouble ahead.
worthless bodies.
Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on. This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves.
Non-compete!
Stay low, Commander.
not.
Craft's back in business.
For Auntie!
Let me handle this.
Whose pain? Get the
Phoenix. Happy to help. Discreetly. Let's get you healed. To the rescue. Sight unseen. What in the void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
Elevated heart rate detected. Is something wrong, Trooper Silong?
I just want answers. Let's go.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
Unusual levels of zeranium detected ahead. Caution is advised. Warning. Zeranium hazard ahead. Corrosion in this unit may occur.
Like me!
Terrible way to end the workday.
I need the record to show that I have reported many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair. Only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse. And what was that? Stay back, creature! Blast that doctor for locking the catcher in the gun safe. This is when I need it.
Uranium hazard eliminated. You may now proceed without risk of immediate and painful death, Commander.
Reckon we're the first to ever use this maintenance hatch? Ha! doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this. This clear disregard for life.
Point of clarification. Killing for the purposes of scientific study may be loosely classified as anatomical research rather than murder.
Ha! What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Common causes of loss of vision may be attributed to the following: inflammation, disease, aging, and trauma. Seek immediate aid if you experience blurriness or spots.
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. Simple. Ortiz is missing the fingertips of his right hand. Ship hatch accident. We gave him grief about it for weeks. But this man's hands are all right. For all the good it did him. Void, damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. No. My own procedure was above board. The dead weren't just cast about. The ward certainly didn't look like a blasted nightmare out of one of Niles' serials. No. No, I went in knowing the risks. But if I hadn't been accepted into the program then, and this opportunity presented itself today, all that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine once we breathe fresh air again. Just need this to be over.
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Void, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. Oh, look left. That ursapod's mighty riled.
Wildlife are not protected under Earth Directorate law and may be subject to killing, eating, and/or petting. To avoid detection, agents are advised to take advantage of alternate routes, such as vents, maintenance hatches, and crawl spaces.
What wretched work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them. Getting past those ursopods won't be easy. They turn mean real fast. Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Void. That must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help. This'll help the poor cub regain his faculties. Cub's awake. Mama's rage is ebbing. Think this calls for a reunion.
The ursopod cub's rate of survival has increased substantially.
Seems Mama's calmed all of the other ursopods too. Reckon we might walk on past.
Oh, thank the law, I'm saved. Release me at once, please. I so worry that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
This unit can administer pain upon request.
once, please. I so worry that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
This unit can administer pain upon request.
There wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursapod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are! What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. He's some manner of executive. I don't know his name or official title, I swear. My orders came down the long chain of command. I'm only doing what I was told.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone, forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? Of course I do. Ask your associate here if her grafting session was as pleasant as a creekside picnic. I acknowledge my subject's pain whilst also acknowledging its necessity. It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that have been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I wish I could agree with you. But I have fallen in the esteem of others. The way the other soldiers looked at me after my procedure, I'll never forget it. Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No, no. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. Even now, we can see what could have been. I trust you more than anyone, I think. The fact you're of the same mind only bolsters my inclination. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Yes, I know. Too much is riding on conditions, but that doesn't mean I can't try. For every person helped, it could make this all worth it. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like, and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
There. The grafts are yours.
I've lifted the lab out of lockdown. You are free to leave unhindered. I'll be off to Fairfield soon.
You're back! Find them supplies yet? Job's a simple one. Can't rightly figure what else needs jawing about. They botched it?
and dropped a whole mess of them, but I only need you to lay hands on the one. Don't stress your brain pan over it, friend. Wouldn't go messing around with them if I was you anyhow. Leave them be. Might be stuffed to the rafters with mantisaurs, and, merciful law, there's no labels on the pods. Just means the next fella to take the job has better odds of finding the right one. Just means the next fella to take the job. You're back. Find them supplies yet. Job's a simple one. Missing parts for Auntie's Choice of standard infantry boots, sizes 6 to 14. You're back. Find them supplies. Merciful law, just hand that over and I'll sign off on your pay. Oh, yeah, forgot about those. Sometimes the old human noggin does strange things. Must be on account of my feet hurting so mightily without them shoe cushions. Yes, but they're really good padded inserts. Of course. No need for more fuss and bout. One standard fee as agreed.
Have an update about that personal matter. You know, the one that might, end the universe. The other universe-ending thing. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May all our endeavors yield...
Ah, hell.
I've stood this post so much.
Air on this planet's strange. No stimulant
Hostilities
gas.
are at a standstill. I
Don't
aim to
like
keep
it.
them standing.
These rifts got me awful perturbed. Ain't reality hard enough without some nerve-wracking? Whoever fixes this rift problem is
Purple berry crunch. Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now with 110%.
Ah, Inez. Have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive. Hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the mantis swarm is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know. Whatever do you mean? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
It was off the books, Doc. We found a grafting lab way out on Cloister, still operational. Law. I ain't seen horrors like that in my life. They were brutalizing folk and creatures, paying them no mind, giving them no honor even if they succumbed to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all...
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. He most assuredly did not.
Ain't surprising. What's his name? Where can we find him?
His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right? I spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But... it would bring purpose back into my work. All of Fairfield knows as well as I that I've been craving it for some time. And if it helps folk like Inez, I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail. Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment? We got the intel we need, Commander. The Undisputed Claim's our destination. If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks' betterment, well then, all this hurt we've seen will have counted for something. Been doing some thinking about what happened in the lab. I went there to kill that man for what he did to Ortiz, and instead, let him walk away with his research. Didn't realize till I saw the lab what a fool I was. All for thinking that company folk gave a damn about each other. Even so, I still reckon we got a real shot of making things better. Auntie's Choice can't be trusted on their own with this research, that's clear. But if someone like me were to guide them, maybe they can be shaped into what I thought they were. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Elsewise, there'll only be more victims in their wake. No, Commander. I wouldn't let that happen. But if I stand back and let this work pass me by, that will surely be the outcome. Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action, that I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. If he were here now, he'd understand, I think. Are you with me? Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Let's just see what Willard's got to say, all right?
one nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered through artificial means. At Anti's choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. Sweeter. Tramicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station.
Purchase and consume
With Anti's
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment, but you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds in ventilating.
Unparalleled business acumen. I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating around.
Ah, wonderful. More of them.
All of you base rank and file. The
Come to jeer at a... Been some... Not expecting much, but go ahead. Got anything else? And you... Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more? That joke cut pretty average work, all told. Better... I figured... this should be rich. What now? Jeer away. Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? Well, certainly embraced it, though. Respect the flexibility and commitment. So, all right, I give up. What do you want? Yeah, well, we did stab her in the back first. Only routine business, though. To take it personal to the extent she did is, simply put, a serious breach in corporate decorum. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. That may all be well and good, but I'm from a real corporation, Spacer's Choice, where we believe in the inequitable exchange of goods and services. Furthermore, and consequently, I don't do nothing without something in return. Anything else would be unseemly. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, Regional Brand Manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
We deserve it.
What? You forget what you needed to do? Get going.
too, but please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. We hope you've deeply enjoyed.
Great, your weapon works. Test it somewhere else.
Attention, valued employees. Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is.
Can't tell the
From
difference
pop
between
guns
cover
to
and
self-propelled
concealment.
cannons, I have whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems past tense.
Development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new... Stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter-over-quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering, confidential work in... well, whatever they're working on, don't worry about it. All I know is their department alone is responsible for a 20...
Look at you rocketing up the corporate ladder.
operational budget for the next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions. Jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring. Orthodox? Well, no, not really. But I get results. Writ large and black.
Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Profitable day. Item, business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours. But I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight.
You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output.
Sure. The flight over gave me time aplenty to polish my elevator pitch. Look, we found your lab on Cloister. A friend of mine who succumbed to his graft sent me there to put an end to your work. It was, well, it was damn troubling. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. If we shift focus, reform our work, grafts could better the lives for all folk. Rasmussen's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield, and they're ready to restart this work if we can get your agreement. No more killing, much more progress. What do you say?
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me?
We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers. We have food and...
You certainly came to the negotiating table prepared, but there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before you stepped through this door.
Parasite-free purple berries. The term parasite-free
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself, demonstrated exceptionalism, the moment would come where I could make a pitch for my own future. I ensured the safety of the delegates at the peace talks. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge. So yeah, I'd say the moment I'm owed has arrived.
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if we secure the funding. I could approach my business partner to this end, but I will require proof that this little reformation of yours is a viable investment. As such, you need to prove that a grafted trooper can achieve what the average one cannot.
You say that as though you have something in mind.
I do. The commander of our fortified position on Praetor has been chomping at the bit for a show of force, to rally the troops in our market share, so to speak. He will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we need. Is this one having a laugh? Of course it'll be dangerous. Were it not, we would have dragged some poor bottom-runger bastard in to get the job done by now. Law knows there's enough to choose from. This here is a golden cysty pig of an opportunity. One that will reap rewards far beyond the buying price, consistently, every time we are hungry for a victory. Ha! I knew you were a sly one. You'll receive payment, all right, after you return. And I'm certain it'll be no issue. What with our grafted star tearing through the battlefield, leaving blood and terror in her wake.
Grafted soldiers aren't animals. I should think an executive of your stature would have an understanding of such.
Of course I do. But you cut quite the imposing figure. We'd be fools not to play it up so folk acquire full understanding of your advantages. Much like a sprat cowering rightfully in the jaws of a raptidon does.
They only have that understanding if they also have sense. Most sprats don't. They wander happily to their deaths in search of the smallest, richest morsels.
Yes, well done keeping up. Do you accept the mission or don't you? I could tell you possessed a modicum of business sense. Head to Praetor. I'll send a reporter with camera drones to meet you there and...
Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being filmed.
Heroism is nothing without exciting footage and a talking head to sell it to the masses.
Ours. Take it.
Jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring the pot.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little mantiwas. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
You're welcome, employees. Have a profitable day.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more,
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
Overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we
Now that's the compelling attitude we love to see in an ameliorator. Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in affecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
with Auntie's choice.
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunko. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of overeducated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated?
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. His archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
Even with half our team's 32 bats benched, they'd forfeit by midnight.
Actually, it's only 3. Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. I don't want to sound like the Order, but you could make a list, maybe. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
Above the line of scrimmage. Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed. Be better than nature. Because
That reporter's gotta be nearby. Ain't keen to jump to conclusions, but I think I got a notion of what we're doing here.
I assume you've got something important to discuss, or a report to give. I don't have time to waste on idle jawing. That is by far the best news I've heard all... I'll send orders to have them finish.
Whatever management's paying you.
I assume you've got something important to discuss. Why would I be? Are your lamps broken? Praetor is a dirtball racked by lightning in orbit, sitting in HQ, being involved in overall strategic planning of this system-wide campaign. My superior assigning me here. What else? Huh. That sounds like something alive.
I'm Orlin Crawford, the outsourced but never outmatched wartime correspondent for the ACS Undisputed Claim. You must be the grafted soldier, here to show us all what you can do.
The name's Inez, and yes, Willard Conan sent me to help you with some sort of... I don't know what, exactly.
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
Don't sell yourself short, Commander. You face consequences all the time.
Ah yes, the unlucky sort. The soldier and her hapless companion. It'll do.
Vice President Conan said he was sending his best. So let's get on with it. Your mission is to infiltrate the Protectorate blockade to the north and capture it. Their defenses are too great to face head-on, so you'll want to sneak in through the back entrance. We've obtained the entry codes through great effort.
My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things, and use Inez's abilities to demonstrate the might of Auntie's choice. Yes?
Look around. What troopers do you think I can spare for this little stunt? I've got to hold this position in case you fail and rile the Protectorate even further. They've detained several of our scouts. I'd like to see them returned. If you deliver this weapons cache to them and free them, they might offer some aid in the fight.
This is quite the opportunity. Normally, a POW might be written off as shrinkage, an unfortunate, unavoidable loss. But their rescue will be worth far more in publicity.
So what? If I hadn't come along, you all would have left those troopers to rot.
Our motto is to leave no man behind, unless it breaches our contract and promises financial penalties, which this does. Now, take these codes for the back door and go.
Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the gates, our remaining troops will move in to secure the blockade for ourselves. Any questions? Well, seeing as a tunnel has been punched through by that drill of ours, you should be able to mosey your way around the mountain to the back entrance.
Or you could go through the Automech production facility north of here. But that's where the scout who brought us the codes lost his life. So proceed with caution and a loaded gun.
Though I trust you may fare better than that poor sod did, I do look forward to seeing you take the fight to the Protectorate. It's about time Auntie gave him a good walloping. Ooh, and spare some time for me after you emerge victorious, won't you? What am I saying? Of course you will. Who wouldn't want to be interviewed for the wireless? Go on now.
Here we are, about to kick the proverbial Mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up.
Stop talking.
Damn. Of course they got a bunker mech. We need to take it by surprise, without alerting the other troopers, mind.
Rival. Eliminate.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Readying assault protocols.
Prudence dictates imperfection is impossible.
Worthless bodies.
Assumes their intentions untoward. Some...
Quick once over. His gaze sees all.
Hurt like us. Hurt like us. influences. Rival. Eliminate.
Armed and ready.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Disruptive influences. Talking.
Prudence dictates base individualists will... reject individualism in all its many forms. The paradigm we serve supplies all... Resolute, courageous, steadfast, fervent, tenacious. Dictates it is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency. At all times. Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. I cease functioning selflessly.
without complaint or groan.
Alert. Hostile.
Probably crawled up somewhere.
Non-compete!
Over here! Let us out!
Ain't no way to leave us here. We still got 43 months of boot camp loans to pay off.
Hey! Aren't you gonna help us out?
Fake law. I thought we'd be trapped in here forever.
Hey, tell me you've got a plan to deal with these guys.
On your feet, soldiers. You're free.
Hot damn! You're a real grafted trooper! Our crew at the border ain't gonna believe this. Sure wish I were authorized to hand out 3.7% discounts, because you just earned one, friend. Our hosts are still walking about, and it seems we're without our weapons. You ain't happen to bring any, did you? Oh, wonderful! Auntie always provides. Now, let's get out there and give those bastards the what for.
Not that scrounging around.
Rival. Eliminate.
Looks like a fight.
Emergency protocols ready.
Breath tingling. All charged up.
Where's our boss? Serving!
On the way. Happy to help. Discreetly. Let's get you healed.
Appreciate you handling
Over here! Let's have a word with the hero of the moment for the wireless. Well, the blockade is ours now, but the way in which you captured it lacked a certain finesse, shall we say. Not sure my drone's footage will show what we were looking for.
That hasn't stopped you lot from spinning a story before. You said something about an interview earlier. Well, I'll answer your questions. You'll make me look good in return?
It's audio only, Trooper. And you're working with a true professional now. Let me work, huh? Relax. Be authentically you, though you'd be wise to throw in a tagline or two. Ready?
Well,
Great! Recording's already begun. I'm here, live at the scene with the fearsome grafted soldier Inez. It's a shame you cannot see this, dear listener, for it is impressive indeed. Inez, your destruction of those dastardly Protectorate troops was awe-inspiring. You must feel like the employee of the month, having brought such a decisive victory to Auntie's choice.
I'm just, doing my part. I joined up because I believed in our mission, to liberate Arcadia. Reckon my actions illustrate that more than anything I could ever say. I ain't sure what else to say. What does the audience want to hear exactly?
They want to hear sordid details, but not so sordid that it'll staunch their worst buying habits. Now focus and don't fret. We'll clean this up in post. Dear audience, the voice you just heard is that of the soldier's close associate, an eyewitness to the battle and the marvelous carnage littering the land. You also freed some of our troopers from the Protectorate's fiendish grasp. One can only imagine the torture they suffered. Tell us about it. The rescue, in detail if you would.
Look, I did what anyone with an ounce of sense would do. Ain't gonna leave one of my own in such a state. And if I had it my way, I would have acted sooner.
Oh, my! So the reports were true. A limb can be replaced, yes, but to hear that they are now immune to the joy that Auntie brings is quite horrifying.
It's something, all right. They were, certainly malnourished and bored. Suppose things may have gotten worse with time.
In any case, those soldiers can finally return to their postings again. Now, I have a question about your abilities, Inez. What sets a trooper like you apart from the rest?
These graphs make me stronger. Good in a bind. I know I'm a bit of a curiosity. Ain't too many of us left. But there is so much good we can do with grafting, if we try. I got a plan, see? To start the grafting program up again. The research is promising, and with the right backing, it could be a product that can better the lives of everyone.
A fascinating idea. I think we'd all sleep soundly if we knew more of you were running amok on our behalf. Before we wrap, have you anything else of note to tell our undoubtedly enraptured audience?
Oh, I got one. Ain't just a tested and true product that'll put you over the top. A graft like mine might also get you into orbit.
Ah, I see. A bit of cheeky product placement for zero-G whiskey. Very well done, you. And that's a wrap. You can go back to slouching or sneering or whatever else it is you do. You were somewhat passable. The answers were more disjointed than I would have liked. Might be a tough sell for the broadcast.
Damn. I knew we didn't exactly nail it, but I was hoping some editing might help. We ought to head back to Willard, try to butter him up some.
You do that, and I will remain here burdened by the drudgery of war. Farewell.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and thusly rebuilt.
I hope you're enjoying your time on the undisputed claim.
At Auntie's choice, we
If you have business here, don't let me keep you.
10% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
Ah, so the conquering heroes have returned from the blockade. The footage I received tells the story it needs to, but I am rather disappointed by the absence of excitement, of pizzazz. But a win is a win, as middling achievers often say. Oh, where are my manners? Commander, Inez, meet our new benefactor. This is the business partner I spoke to you about, and she has graciously agreed to fund our new venture.
Yes, we've met. Now, let's not get overly ahead of ourselves.
Excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work raw.
Not ours, Auntie's. And a minor victory on the battlefield means nothing if we have little to show for it.
Yes. And your interview may be good for entertainment, if nothing else. If you were indeed as inebriated as I suspect, one could hardly blame you for celebrating such a victory.
It didn't make for the best showing, but I have a professional hunch about you, Inez. I'm willing to give you a brief trial run to see how it goes.
Look, I know I ain't exactly the profile of a business partner, but I know medicine, and I know the potential of grafts more than anyone. You'll not find my experience anywhere.
Perhaps so, but unfortunately I can't be expected to simply take your word for it. You know how it is. Low-level workers have a certain flair for lying and grifting, whilst concurrently exaggerating all accomplishments and ills.
But we can trust your word as her current supervisor. What sort of performance review might you give this associate?
Respected subordinates, spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive.
Well, it's easy to go on soldiering when you trust the one giving the orders.
Well, that's a reasonable endorsement. Wouldn't fit in the one-line write-in space for her quarterly appraisal, but I suppose you couldn't know.
So we have a deal then? I admit that the raid and the interview may not have gone as swimmingly as I would have liked, but there is something there.
Suppose I can make good on the funding after all. We'll see in time where this arrangement leaves us. In any case, good day.
So that's it. We're clear to restart the grafting program. And you'll abide by my demands. No more senseless killing. No more hurting folk.
Of course not. Unless said folk agree to it. Yes, we are at an agreement. Consider this a bonus for your efforts. When the time is right, I will reach out to you for further planning. You have been instrumental, soldier. Inez, well done indeed. Afraid not. Farewell.
While the protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process. Our overbearing to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives. No, as a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's choice.
Have time for a chat, Commander? Willard, Vice President Conan, sent me a message just now about how the investment meeting went. Seems he showed off the footage from the blockade, interview and all, and they all agreed to fund the grafting program and start it up again in earnest. I think we actually pulled this off, Commander. They even thought to bring me into middle management for the program. Can you believe it? I'm a middle manager, not someone with actual authority. How much wheeling and dealing could I possibly do? Besides, got no intention of getting one up on folk trying to make a living. I'm realizing now that I never really imagined something like this was possible after ending my contract like that. Never thought I'd be at the forefront of a military campaign. Never thought I'd be able to change much about Auntie's choice, let alone that I'd want to. But here I am. Reckon you could say I proved myself after all. Thank you, Commander, for everything. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Fish.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day, it will process all of our equations.
Not to worry, Agent. My patients are holding together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now. They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. We should ask her. Might be some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to. There may be more to learn here. We should keep looking. I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered. Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloister mate Anchor's Brun has some explaining to do. A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the laureate council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that the order has lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinates on Eden. Place by the name of Point Obviation. I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious, and the disputation reads like a call to arms for any fringe thinkers in the Order. There's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We're past that. The research is out there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea. This is the exact sort of work we did at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. Diverting problematic events. We learned how to best respond once things begin to spread. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground. Yes, time to seek out Anchoress Brun.
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you?
No reason to reason with you.
Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Ancrus Brunn straight away. No. As the brain of this operation, she usually leaves that sort of work to Exemplar Southworth here.
Ancrus Brunn caked in blood. That's quite amusing. But no, I escorted her here myself, and surely would have noticed. We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Nonetheless, I'd ask you to follow certain precautions. Will you heed all requests and vouchsafe for your colleagues here? Them being unknown to us and all.
We'll mind our manners, Exemplar. I'll see to it.
Then, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.